We're going to continue our coverage this afternoon live with 11 Alive's Joe Ripley, who is in Suwanee for us. Joe, what are you seeing there in Gwinnett County?
Yeah, so Jonathan, we are right now in Suwanee, the town center here. You might see City Hall behind me. On our way up here from Midtown Atlanta, up I-85. You know, the road conditions were actually not that bad. Gwinnett County crews were out and about trying to plow as much of that snow off the roads as possible, and it was more or less a smooth ride up here. Then we got off on Lawrenceville-Suwanee Road, where we did run into a couple of stranded cars out there, just showing you how rough these conditions have been all throughout this morning and early on this afternoon. Of course, Gwinnett County PD has been monitoring those conditions all morning long. They've had a dozen or so cases of major disruptions and delays and major incidents, but those have since been cleared. That's the great news right now. Some more good news here is a lot of folks are taking advantage of the snow day. We ran into a family who was sledding here, making snowballs, and if you look off in the distance, some kids still having a nice snowball battle for the ages. We've seen a couple snowmen as well right as we were leaving the station. In fact, Atlanta Fire Rescue crews were building a massive snowman. So a lot of folks just making the most of a day that not a lot of people are out right now, and you can tell that especially on the roads. I-85 had a very limited traffic. You know, on my way into the station this morning on Georgia 400, it seemed like an apocalypse out there because I could count on one hand the number of vehicles on the road. So it looks like viewers, you guys at home, are taking the advice our meteorologists and reporters have been giving you all day long, all week long really, and that is to stay off the roads if you can. A lot of the businesses here are shut down, and that's because they are aware of the hazards and the dangers today. Another hazard we are watching tonight, and both Chesley and Chris mentioned it, is that you look down with me and you can see the snow here starting to turn to ice. It was fluffy this morning, but you look at that and this was a snowball, now it's an ice ball. And so the danger is this stuff will freeze overnight, making conditions even more threatening, dangerous, and hazardous for those who have to take to the roads. Another threat we're watching, as you see that American flag over there by what looks like a government building here in Suwanee. That flag whipping just a bit. As Chesley just mentioned, the winds here are light for now, but we do expect those to pick up. And you think about it, if you're on the roads and run into an icy patch or a rough spot, the wind could make that even more dangerous and swerve your vehicle. So you definitely want to take special care out here on the roads. Still though, a virtual day for a lot of the kids we've run into. They're still getting some learning in, some practice in. We actually ran into one kid who goes to Lambert High School. He was practicing some karate. He's since left, picked up and gone home, but the elements, nothing for him. He was able to battle those quite literally, having the snow day of a lifetime for him. He says the atmosphere in class yesterday, kids had their fingers crossed, hoping that a day like this would come. Of course, you might be watching at home remembering snow days, school being canceled. They have virtual days now. You know, they've got the technology to do that, but at the same time, kids still finding some time to take a break, come out here, spend some time with their families for sure. So, Jonathan, we continue to monitor conditions here in Gwinnett County, and as soon as we hear anything, we will be in touch with you all there watching at home.
That's great, Joe. You know, you're a Georgia boy as well. You know, we don't get snow like this every year even. So it's great to get out there and enjoy it.